Well, let's just get right to it. I am Terrell Pierce. This is Keepin It Rell, the podcast, episode 4.
You listening to a man trying to come up until you dumb. Why even try to run up? Cause I'm just trying to stack my chips like playing poker to the sun up. I've been all in since the first time I picked my son up. I'm with whatever, and I'ma take this road as far as I can take it. So even if the wheels fall off, I walk to make it. See you can.
The trending topic of the last couple weeks has been Diddy's arrest. Diddy's been arrested, everybody. I know y'all know by now, but here's the thing that let me tell you the thought process, my thought process as I was reading the story. First, I saw that they found assault rifles. And I go, okay. Then they said serial numbers were scratched off. I go, okay, yeah, people most likely getting put down. So I get that. Okay. And then they said drugs, I believe. I said, okay, yeah, of course drugs would be in there. He throws a lot of parties. I'm sure there's drugs in there. But then I thought, but Diddy, why do you have the guns in your house and also the drugs? Don't you got people under you who should have that stuff? I mean, sure, have some in your house that you're going to use, but the amount that you're going to share as far as the drugs, it shouldn't be in your house. Maybe during the party, but when the party's over, get it out of there, right? Like, get the drugs out of there. And as far as the guns, the shooter should have the guns, right? Why do you have them? The serial numbers are scratched off, man. We know what that means. Diddy, what you doing? So that's what I was thinking. But then I continued to read. And then I saw, it said 1,000 bottles of baby oil was found and 1,000 bottles of lubricant was found. Hey, Diddy, 2 bottles of each of those things is too many. 1,000 each? What's going on? Like, what? And then they said 600 and something dildos. Why so many dildos? No way is that many girls at those parties. I don't care what nobody say, bro. I'm like, this story is getting crazy. So it's some freaky stuff going on. It's weird. Like, and so I'm reading that, and then I start to think, what about the federal agent that had to count that? Somebody had to count those bottles. Somebody had to count them. Like that to get an actual number on how many bottles it was for each of those things, somebody had to count them. Like the federal agent just goes home to his wife. He walks through the door. He's stressed out. His wife goes, honey, how was your day at work, dear? Oh, man, you wouldn't believe it. What? What happened? I had to count. You had to count? Yeah, I had to count. Like, whoa, you guys found money again? Drug money? Oh, yeah, I know that's kind of rough, but don't you guys got money counters for that? No. I didn't have to count money. Oh, the drugs? No, they gave that to Robinson. Agent Robinson? Yeah, they gave it to Agent Robinson. So what did you have to count that got you so upset? had to count baby oil and lubrication. Baby oil and lubrication? I mean, that's weird, but like, was it a lot or? It was 1,000 bottles of baby oil and 1,000 bottles of lubricant, and they made me count all of it. They gave Officer Robinson the drugs to count. They gave Officer Thomas the guns, but they made me count by myself the baby oil and lubrication, and it was 1,000 bottles each. It took my whole shift to finish. It took my whole shift. They was making fun of me. They was calling me the lube counter. I didn't like it. It pissed me off. And now I'm just in a bad mood about it. 1,000, 1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil. That's. Did you guys raid a porn studio or a porn warehouse or something? Like, what's going on? No, we raided. It was Sean Combs. And then the wife, Sean Combs? Who's that? Sometimes, they don't, everybody don't know the real names, right? Sean Combs, who's that? It's, it's P Daddy, this P Diddy guy. I don't know. They went and raided this house like a few months ago, and today they decided to make me count it. They left it up to me to count that stuff. What does he need with all that lube and baby oil? That's what we're trying to find out, dear. That's what we're trying to find out. Okay? God. Now just let me just go to the room and take a hot shower or something. It got all over me. Need to wash it off. Damn. Wait a minute. You said the lube got all over you now. Where else did it go? And did you manage to bring some home like you do the other stuff? Like, this is so weird, man. Hey, look, it's part of the job. It's part of the job. When they raid, you got to count whatever they find. And that was just one of the weird ones that agent had to deal with, or those agents had to deal with. And maybe P Diddy's one of the last people they'll expect that they'll have to count that or deal with that with or seize. But it is what it is. It's weird though, because it's like, I'm like, is it illegal to have that much baby oil and lube? I mean, sure, it's weird to have that many, but is it illegal? Like, what they hit them with intent to distribute or something? Like, what's happening? Like, I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I don't know. It's just something that Diddy's gonna have to go through that. I hear a lot of things about him. So whatever it is that he's dealing with, that's on him. And it's a weird story. It's a crazy story, and who knows where this is gonna go. All right, it could get ugly. And yeah, so that's his thing, man. I mean, these parties, huh? Like the parties he was throwing, that's crazy. Like, man, these Hollywood parties, huh? I mean, I never been to no Hollywood parties, and I don't know any celebrities. I never met any celebrities, but I mean, the stuff I hear about these parties and these celebrities is like it's very weird, man, and I'm just not feeling it. You won't catch me at no Hollywood parties. No, you won't catch me at none of them. All right, you won't even find me at any of them anywhere near any of those Hollywood parties. Any of them. Nope. Emmy night. Emmy night. Went to a couple of Hollywood parties and hung out with a bunch of celebrities and celebrated the win of my celebrity friend Lamorning Morris. He won Best Supporting Actor for the role in Fargo, and I think that was a very great experience. I mean, it was a lot of dude. We watched it at his house while he was there, and I'll start from the beginning of the day. All right, in the beginning of the day, went over there in the morning. Had to pick out an outfit to wear to the after parties, and Then I who I thought were just photographers that he hired to just take pictures and everything before he left. Because sometimes he has photographers that he hires to take pictures and stuff. So I thought that's what that was. So you know me, I'm just being myself, just talking and talking and talking, just running my mouth. And so I don't know. I'm just if I'm gonna say this. It was LA Weekly that was there, and they were doing an article on him, a pre-Emmy, or right before the Emmys article on him, and I just could not stop talking. I just was, and no one stopped me and said, "Hey Terrell, can you not say that because LA Weekly is here?" Nobody said anything to me. I don't know because they wasn't wearing LA Weekly name tags. I don't know. All right, I'm just hanging out with my friends who I consider family, and just hanging out, being me. And so, as a matter of fact, I went the whole day not knowing that they were with LA Weekly. I didn't realize they were LA Weekly until the toast, and it actually made the article. The toast did, or at least an image of it, and I put it up. One of my friends, and she was just like, "Here, we're about to all take a toast." And I don't drink champagne, so I was just like, I'll do it for this occasion. Let's get this toast going. I didn't realize that they were with LA Weekly until I looked on TV, and it was a LA Weekly special thing going on, and the lady that was there uh, with the guy that was taking the pictures and asking questions was on TV, and I was like, oh, they're doing an article, and this is LA Weekly. So now every question that she's asked me was probably for the article. And all I did was joke around because that's just what I do. Now, I read the whole article, so nothing I said made it to the article. So that's great. But, thank God for editors. Because I just be, man, look, I was just having a good time, enjoying myself in that moment, man. Just being there, support, showing more support, just hanging out with my friends, man. Like that's how it is to me. I just feel like, yo, we're having like a friend slash family group together, friend slash family get together, and I'm not looking at it as work, even though it is work, because he's at work, and sometimes it's hard for me to separate it. But anyway, so that happened. Then it went off. We all watched it, watched the Emmys at his house, and we saw the announcement, and it was a lot of energy in there.
And the Emmy goes to Lamorning After.
Oh my God! Oh my fucking God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Lily! Oh my God! He won! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Bro! Yes! Oh my God! Oh my God, bro! Let's go! Let's go! Lily, you see that? Your dad just won. We were. Oh my God!
Oh wow! I want to thank God for allowing me to be here. I also want to thank God for my beautiful mother, who raised me. She's
Look at Miss Moore. I'm about to cry. Miss Moore is crying.
ever since I came out of I dropped out of her.
Oh, there you go.
Whatever. I know where babies come from.
Like, it was surreal, because I'm not gonna lie, I thought Robert Downey Jr. was gonna win, but because he has a lot, Robert Downey Jr. has a lot of hype around him with the announcement of him being in Doctor Doom, and the Marvel Universe coming back and with this new up and coming new Avengers movie. So I'm just like, look, he has a lot of hype around him. He's gonna get it, of course. But Lamar won, so that that was I still it still feels surreal to me, and I'm not even the one that won. It's just that you see what all someone goes through in their career, and you see them make it to this level finally, and it's like, oh, okay, I I saw the grind. So we celebrated that night. We went to a couple parties. We went to the Disney after party, and there it was a bunch of famous people there, people that I'm actually a fan of. I've been to a lot of parties in Hollywood where there's a lot of celebrities and famous people, but not really people that I'm an actual fan of. So I didn't really fan out or anything like that. I was just like, oh, that's cool. This person's here. Oh, that's cool. That person's here. Oh, that's cool. It's this person's house that we're in. And I didn't know that we were going to this person's house because nobody mentioned it to me, or maybe they said it and I wasn't listening because I be in Rell's world all the time. Anyway, because that happens a lot. Terrell, how did you not know we was there? Anyway, so yeah, so but at the Disney party, man, it was Harush. I don't want to mess up his name. The lead actor in Shogun, last name Sanada. Harush. You know what? I'm finna look it up. I don't care. I don't care. I'm looking it up. So there you go. Because I want to get his name right. All right. Because I make up fake names when I can't pronounce names, and I don't want to do that for this. Yeah. So we're there, and we see Haruki Sanada. He's there, and they're in the Shogun section, and I was in the Fargo section. That's where I was supposed to be, even though I ended up all over the place. But it was in their section was right next to ours, and I'm just like, I don't know, I was just blown away. I was just like, I can't believe we're just here, and I'm sitting here next to this guy. Like I liked them in John Wick 4, and also I guess Shogun is a great show. I've never seen an episode, but I'm sure Shogun is a great show because it won every award there. Damn near every award there. So I just thought like, wow, I just saw everybody in this show just sweep the Emmys damn near, except for my guy Lamorne. You know what I mean? Shogun and Lamorne won at the Emmys. Yeah, one Emmy for the fam. But anyway, so I just saw them do that, and now I'm at a party and I'm like right next to them, and I just thought that was dope. But in a situation like that, I'm like, all right, let me just keep my composure. Let me not get too excited. Let me not fanboy out. Let me just chill. And I was chilling. I was chilling. I did a good job. I did a good job until the cast of Reservation Dogs walked in. Yeah, that was when I lost it. All right, I'm a big fan of Reservation Dogs. Still, I love that show. I binged that show in less than a week. That's how much I loved it. And the person I binged it with, who always got to be technically correct and always correcting me on things that I say, because sometimes I do exaggerate things, and I don't know, I just heard her voice in my head say, no, it took us almost 2.5 weeks to finish it because there were times where I wanted to watch it and you didn't feel like watching it. And then because you was in a bad mood or you said you'd rather hang with your friends or go do something else and you didn't want to come home or something, blah, 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 blah. Sorry. Kind of lost control there. Kind of went off on a bit of a tangent. She annoys me. Just know that. She was, cool friend to have, but she annoys me, and I annoy her. But it's all good. Anyway, but yeah, so I binged it, and in less than a week. But realistically, 2.5 weeks, because I was always doing something else. But I really love the show, and I love the show to the point where I actually care about those kids. Reservation Dogs is a show about these Native American kids who lives on a reservation, and they go through things, and it's drama in it, it's comedy in it, and the whole time I was watching it, I was like, if anything happens to one of those kids, I'm gonna cry for 2 days. And I'm not gonna spoil the show, but you know, just know that I really cared about those kids. It's kind of like how people like Stranger Things. I don't want. I never seen. I mean, I have seen Stranger Things, but I didn't like watch every episode. But I get how fans of Stranger Things feel about the main characters. It's like, yeah, you care about them. So to see them walk in through the door, I'm like, I can't believe it. It's really them. And it was the lead actor, D. Farrow, and also the actor that plays Cheese. Dude, they were all there. They were there along with some of the other cast, but those two was like part of the main group of kids that were there. Bro, I went over there. I went over. I said, nah, I won't bother the Shogun people, but I gotta go bother the Reservation Dogs people. I gotta go chop it up with them and get a photo at the end. So I went over there and did it. I went over there. I introduced myself. He was like, "Hey, what's up?" We all shook hands, conversated for like a couple minutes, asked me what I was, what brings me there. I told them, and we're just, they were actually, uh, they were excited. They were kind of, I guess they're fans of my friend Lamorning, but it's okay, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm one of the homies. You wanna go meet him? Hey, I got you. I'll walk you over to the section because he probably don't know who you guys are, but it's okay because you with me, all right? That's what I was saying in my head, but it didn't play out that way. But I got my picture with them, and I thought that was a dope moment, and I was so excited in that moment that when I went to post the photo that I took with them on Instagram, I kept spelling Reservoir Dogs, and I don't know why my fingers could not spell reservation. Like I don't understand. I kept typing reservoir. Like I don't even say reservoir. There's no reason ever where I have to type the word reservoir. But for some reason I kept typing that. And I don't know why. Like, damn, I was that excited. Like, bro, I was crazy. Like, my fingers were shaking as I was typing every time. And I just kept spelling it wrong. And I posted it 3 times, spelled Reservoir Dogs wrong 3 times, deleted it and reposted it 3 times. And the third time when I posted it, I thought for sure I got it right. And then I got a message from Lamorne's assistant telling me that I spelled Reservoir instead of Reservation Dogs. And she told me to fix it. And then I fixed it. Got it right. Took 4 times. Got it right. Yeah. So that was at that party. It was nice. I also managed to get a photo with Harujoki Sanada, the actor in Shogun, who won an Emmy for Best Lead Actor. Managed to get a photo with him. I thought that was nice. I, he's a cool guy, man. He's a cool guy. Like you could just tell when like someone is just over everything, like just over the night, because like everybody just kept talking to him and asking for photos and everything. And then here I come, and it was just I could just tell that he was just over it and just wanted to go home. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. It's like, bro, you are the star of the night. So the whole party is like coming to you and bothering you and talking to you all night. And it happened for like 2.5 hours. And he's just like, bro, I just want to get out of here. So I get that, but I got my photo. Oh, hey, man, listen. You can leave after I get my photo. I'm getting my photo. Sure. You got a photo with my guy. You getting one with me. Yeah. So anyway, so that happened, and then we got up out of there, and then we ended up going to a party at Rita Ora's, and uh, take a take a YTT's house. And that party, listen, I've been to quite a bit of Hollywood parties where usually it feels they feel like Hollywood parties. Like you got the famous people that be in a corner somewhere with their personal crew, and like you can't really go over there and talk to them unless you're with another famous person. Otherwise, people would be like, "Hey, what you doing, man?" It just feels weird, and then the famous people only talk to other famous people. They don't talk to like regular people, and things like that. At least that's how it feels to me. So I end up having to talk to the friends of the friends or just fans that are there. And that's what always usually happens because there's no way I'm finna be at a party and not talk to anyone. There's no way I'm gonna be at a party and not talk to any anyone. So um but at that one it felt like everybody was equal. Everybody's on the same level. Everybody was being treated like humans. And the people there was treating the celebrities like humans, and the celebrities that were there were treating us non-celebrities as humans, and we were all just hanging out. And I really liked that experience. Like I met that night I met Quinta Brunson and Tyler Williams, the two stars of that show Abbott Elementary, which I watched that. I ain't gonna lie, I watched that, but like I met them at the party, and so that was cool. And then okay, John Hamm is hilarious. This dude kept doing this bit on me where he kept on randomly walking up to me asking me what my name was. And he knew my name. All right. He knows my name. But he kept doing that because when we officially met, he was like, "Oh, so you're from Chicago too, right?" Because obviously I was there with Lamorning because they're on the show Fargo together, and he was like, "So you're from Chicago too, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Southside?" And I said, "Yeah, Southside." He was like, "So you're a White Sox fan?" Okay, cool. So I'm a Cardinals fan. I'm a St. Louis Cardinals fan, and their rivalry was with the Cubs, not the White Sox. So we can actually be cool with each other. And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't really like the Cardinals though." And he was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I don't really like the Cardinals because they kept beating everyone. They kept beating the White Sox and also beating the Cubs. Like I can't just like them." And he was like, "Well, they didn't keep beating the White Sox, but I just said that because I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch baseball, all right. But I was just trying to like, but I don't like the Cardinals. Not, and I didn't tell him this. But the reason why I don't like the Cardinals is because I do sports betting, right? And I bet on baseball games, and I do bet on the St. Louis Cardinals, at least the players to do certain things in the game. And every time I put one of them in one of my parlays, they end up doing the complete opposite of what I picked for them to do. It's almost like they know that I put them in my parlay, and they do the opposite. They like, "We don't want Terrell to win. Let's make him lose." "Oh, you want me to just get on a base today? Nah, I'm striking out all day." So that's why I don't like the Cardinals. But I ain't telling him that because I don't want to tell him I gamble. So it's like I got a gambling problem. That's why I hate the Cardinals. But no, I didn't want to tell him that. So I just said, "No, they keep on beating Chicago teams, and I don't like it." Blah blah blah. And he was like, "Okay, okay." He said, "You know what? I'm gonna fuck with you all night. Watch, I got you." So the first time he walked up to me and asked me my name, I was at the bar and I was ordering, getting me a drink, and I'm talking to the bartender. She was cute chick. And so I was talking to the bartender, just making conversation. So he walks up randomly and was like, "Hey, excuse me, sir." I said, "Yeah." He said, "What's your name again?" And I was like, "Oh," because I thought he really forgot my name. Because I'm like, come on, I'm just Terrell at this party. Like, come on now, I'm no one. So I'm like, "Oh, hey, it's Terrell." He was like, "I know, Terrell. I'm fucking with you. I told you I was gonna fuck with you all night. Wait, I know." And he was like, "Yo, what you getting?" And I told him, and then we both ordered drinks, and I started talking with John and his wife, and we just started conversating again. It was a nice experience. Hey man, I'm a fan of John Hamm, dude. Look, so it would just felt kind of surreal that was happening. And that's not my first time meeting him, but this was the first time ever actually conversating with him. So. Um, So anyway, so that happened, and then later on that night, I'm hanging out, or not hanging out, but I'm like conversating with this chick, like some random girl that was at the party, because I took Lamorne's Emmy, and I was walking around with it, acting like it was mine, and people just kept congratulating me on winning an Emmy the whole night, like congratulations. I was like, thank you. Even when I'm standing next to him holding the Emmy, they would congratulate me. And they'll just be like, "Congratulations," and I'm like, "Yeah, thanks." So this one girl ended up just walking up to me like, "Oh, congrats on your Emmy," and I'm like, "Thank you." She was like, "What show did you win it for?" And I said, "Have you ever seen Fargo?" And she was like, "No," and I was like, "Oh, I won Best Supporting Actor in Fargo," and she was like, "Oh my God, that's so cool! Congrats on that. How was it?" And I was like, "How was it being on the show?" And I said, "It was great. The experience was actually nice. Like every day was fun. Working with John Hamm and working with all the other actors, it was just like a great time on set. It didn't feel like I was at work. That's so I'm just making up all this stuff. And then as I'm talking to her, John Hamm walks up, right? And he just goes, "Hey, excuse me, sir. What's your name?" And I was like, "John, come on, man. Come on, John. You know me." He was like, "I know, Terrell. I'm just fucking with you, man. I have to keep doing it, man. You shouldn't have said it. You shouldn't have said you don't like the Cardinals." And while this is happening, I see the girl like who's standing like literally right in front of us going like this because she's a fan of John Hamm. So she's going like this, like can't believe that John Hamm is like standing this close to her and talking to the person she's talking to at the moment. I guess I don't know. She just seemed excited, and so he was he was it is, so that he was like he looked over to the girl and he was like, "Why are you talking to this guy?" And she was like, "Oh, because he just won an Emmy, and I just think that's just so cool." And he was like, "Oh, he won an Emmy?" And she was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Really?" And John looked at me and went, "So where's Lamorne's Emmy?" And I looked at John and I went, "Come on, John." Like I gave him that, "Please don't." I gave him that, "Please don't mess this up for me" look. And he was like, and I said, "Oh, Lamorne's Emmy is with Lamorne somewhere." And then he was like, "Okay, all right, all right." And he was like, "Good luck, man." And he tapped me on my shoulder and pat me on my shoulder and walked off. And I was like, "Oh, he almost blew my cover." So then he goes away and then he comes back like maybe I'd say like 2 minutes later and me and the girl are still talking and then he says, "You really still talking to this guy?" And I was like, "Come on, John, you gotta let me talk to her. She's very excited about this night, and I'm trying to tell her about my experience on Fargo." And he was like, I can't believe you, man. I can't believe you." And he was like, "You are hilarious." That's what he told me. And I said, "No, you're hilarious." And then he just walked off. It was fun, man. It was fun. So that was a very funny experience. And of course, a lot of other people was at the party. Of course, Rita Ora. I met Taika Waititi. I met some of the actors from that show that Isa Gonzalez is in. I forgot the name of the show. Man, I hate that I forgot the name of that show. I never saw it. I think it's like 30 and Under or something like that. I don't know. Isa's in it, and as my friends know, she's a big fan of mine. So anyway, so it's an inside joke. But listen, I so this episode is pretty late, and I know you guys are probably like the Emmys is so long ago now because it's been like maybe 3 or 4 weeks now. I don't know. I have my sense of time is terrible. But here's the thing: I recorded episode 4 like last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, and I didn't want. Well, first I didn't want to release it until Lamorning and Kyle did their episode on their podcast, the Lamorning After, because I wanted to see what they'll talk about that night, at the parties and stuff, because I don't know what I can or can't say. So I wanted to see what they was going to talk about and piggyback off of what they, just basically talk about what on my podcast, what they talked about, because we were all together. So it's like their story is very similar to mine. So they finally put their episode out last week. And as I'm watching it, they decided to do a bit on me. And we, on my podcast, are going to watch it together right now. And I'm going to give you guys some insight on why this is a bit, okay? Because they did it as if they're being sincere and truthful. But they were telling half the truth and half being sarcastic. And I'll break it down right now. So let's watch this together. Okay? Let's watch it. Here we go.
And look at us.
And that person at home is like, I'm winning.
So then Devon and I, we leave the gaff. Yeah, as soon as you win, we take off from the gaff.
Y'all leaving out Terrell?
We go downtown.
Tell him, Alicia.
We go downtown. We meet you in front of the Disney party.
You still left out Terrell?
Sorry.
Terrell wins, bro.
Oh, sorry. How does it do?
Cal really don't want to mention me, huh?
Devon and Terrell, who's a hometown friend from Chicago, aspiring comedian, he's with us as well.
Yes, go watch his work on
Amazon,
The Color of Me.
Yeah.
More?
Now here's the thing, guys. The Color of Me is a movie I did. I shot it, and I think I shot it in 2014, and it came out in I shot it in 2016, and it came out in 2018. Now, here's the thing about this movie. It came out on Amazon Prime. All right. That movie is so long ago. I've done other projects after that and before. But the thing about this movie is that they all know that I don't like that movie being brought up. Because it's a movie that's supposed to be like kind of a fantasy drama thing, but it turns out to be funny because it's a lot of funny, ridiculous lines and things going on. But the main reason why I don't like it brought up because I'm not happy with my performance. It was like one of the earlier movies. It was one of my first film acting roles that I did because I come from theater. So it was my first film acting role, and I was just trying to get used to the difference between acting on camera and acting on stage. And to me, I did a bad job. Now you guys can go on Amazon Prime and watch it. It has high reviews. IMDb is pretty high, rated kind of high. Very good reviews on IMDb and also good reviews on Amazon. So people do like it. My mom even likes it, and my mom don't like nothing I do, but she likes The Color of Me. So, but I just don't like my performance in it. But maybe I did a good job. It's just for me. I'm my worst critic, so I don't like it being brought up. But they decided to bring it up, and Alicia tried to stop him. Okay, she tried to stop them, but they were just fully committed. They was fully committed on doing this bit on me. And here, I'll play it without interrupting. Here we go.
Devon and Terrell, who's a hometown friend from Chicago, aspiring comedian, he's with us as well.
Yes, go watch his work on
Amazon.
Amazon, The Color of Me.
Yeah.
Lamorne?
What?
Lamorne.
Go watch The Color
Lamont.
of Me.
Lamorne.
The Color of Me is a huge film for civil rights.
Yes.
I think when we talk about the
Look at Alicia.
race relations in America and all the problems going on all over the world, if everybody just watched that movie, The Color of Me, I think it'll
bring people together.
I think it'll bring people together for sure.
You both
Yeah.
are such raggedy bitches right now in this
'Cause
moment.
in high school, I brought together the nerds and I brought together the cool people because I played sports. I was basically the Martin Luther King of my high school. What Terrell's done with The Color of
Brother
Me,
Shabazz,
I have
Brother
to give
Shabazz.
him his props because he's leveled me up.
Yeah. We've always said Kyle's a great civil rights leader.
He's going to lead us to the promised land.
Yeah, I trust him.
Magneto. So me, Terrell, and Devon, we step out the gaff, get downtown. We meet you in front of the Disney party.
Yes.
We did.
You guys are such POSs, but I'm going to keep it pushing.
Those POCs.
Yeah, we're just POCs.
We're happy to be POSs.
And then we go, and then the first person, they go, hey, Lamorne, because your publicist is there, your agent is there, Priya's there. They're like,
Yeah.
Bob Iger.
Shout out
wants
to
talk
Priya.
you. The head of Disney, the CEO of Disney, which is
Yeah.
wild.
So that was a cool.
Yeah, the CEO of Disney walking up to him is very dope, man. Yeah, so they decided to bring up that damn movie. But I was talking to one of the cast members that was part of the Color of Me movie, and I guess it's unfair to them for me to not want that movie mentioned. Because, like I said, I just don't like my performance, but maybe they enjoy their performance and maybe they also enjoy the movie. So one of them was like, yeah, they're making fun of it in a way that you guys know, like you guys as in me and them. But the audience probably don't know, and the audience might, and even if they know that they're being sarcastic and joking around about it, they might look it up, and their audience might actually like the movie, and which is good for them, which is good for the other actors that's in that movie. And I didn't think about that, like, ever, until she said that. And so I was like, oh, yeah, I guess it's good for you guys. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And so she was just happy that that they mentioned a project that she's part of, which is The Color of Me with me. She was just happy that happened. So I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, that's nice. So there's promo, and I guess we'll watch the trailer together on this episode. Just let me.
Lewis Clark? Is that really your name? I'm Lisa. Lisa Adams.
Wait! Don't freak out! Just please don't freak out!
Did your skin just change colors?
Yes. I have this condition where I turn into other races.
You turning to other races? I actually think it's sort of cool.
Really?
Hey, wait, Lisa. I'm off tomorrow. Would you like to hang out?
Are you trying to ask me out?
Come on. No one knows about your condition except me.
Okay, fine. I'll see you here tomorrow at noon. Hey, Lewis.
Lisa? You're Mexican today? Well, it looks good on you. So, what's it like to be Mexican?
I'm not really Mexican. I just look like I am.
So that's why you had your face like a Sith Lord? Because you playing it safe?
I have to wear this scarf to protect myself.
You can't hide from racism, Lisa. It's a part of life.
Maybe your life, but not mine.
Why did you adopt a black kid?
Lewis, did you punch this kid in the face?
Thank God I'm white again.
What's so bad about being black?
Because I'm not black and I don't want to be.
And I see today, I hope just fade away, but I will make it better. Said I will make it better with you.
What if it's one of those Disney princess things, you know? Like when you find true love's kiss, the curse gets lifted.
I think you watch way too many movies.
I did walk off. I did grab the Emmy, Lamorning's Emmy, and walk around the party, and I was getting congratulated the whole time. And it reached the point where Lamorning's brother, Devon, his big brother, Devon, stepped in and followed me with the Emmy just to tell people that it's not my Emmy. And I thought that annoyed me, man, because it was this one chick, man. I mean, you know, I had her going, bro. Like, she really believed it. And then he said, it's not his. It's not his. It's not his. But you can watch, and I won't mention the movie that he brought up to her that I'm in. Because that one, hey, man, listen. I don't care if... I don't care who's in it, who all was in it, so what? Promote your other projects, all right? This one, I hate that he brought that one up to her, and I'm so glad that they did not bring it up on this podcast, and I hope they never do. I'm not even going to say which one I'm talking about, because if I do, I feel like that they'll see this and be like, oh, man, let's get him with that one. Nah. So I'm not going to do it. But anyway, so they brought up that on here, and I'll just share it with you guys on here. Them talking about that, where I was walking around with his Emmy.
That was a fun party too, because it felt like you were at a house party. Like,
Yeah,
it was just super chill. I had a lot of friends that I'd known, there. A couple of the winners for the evening were there.
Yeah.
People just hanging out, having a drink.
Those are my favorite types of parties.
Yeah.
Like I said, like house parties, super chill, more intimate shindig.
Yeah,
Benedict Wong was there, super nice guy. You guys have seen him in so much stuff. He was the man.
No one was bigger than nobody, except
how did it
me.
feel for you to see Terrell win an Emmy that night?
So fun fact.
Y'all gotta leave Terrell alone.
I'm not. He's
Thank you,
long
Alicia.
overdue. The Color of Me didn't get the recognition it deserved.
Fair enough.
So he took my Emmy, and
That's an understatement.
he paraded it around all the parties.
He was manifesting.
Listen, that's what you got to do. He's walking around the party with it, and multiple people kept coming up to him saying congratulations, and he did not correct them.
No, he did it, but the best was that Devon was right next to him and was like, he didn't win. Whenever they would say something to him.
And so it was really funny to be at the party, and Terrell would just have it, and then there are moments where Terrell would have it.
Yeah.
And then we're outside, like on the balcony area, and then he'd come outside, and there'd be no Emmy in his hand, and I'm like, where Where the fuck is it?
Where is she?
And he's like, oh, I think on the table or something.
Not I think.
My nigga, if you don't go get that damn Emmy.
Here's the thing. I will forget that I will forget that I have it. All right. Because what happens is when I have it, people will walk up to me, congratulate me, but then there'll be that some people that will like ask me questions about working on Fargo, even though I never have. But they'll ask me questions and I'll just be making up stories, just basically saying things that that Lamar told me. Saying that that's what happened with me, and the Emmy is so heavy. Like you see these people holding it. Like I always see everybody like Meryl Streep or whoever just holding these awards, these trophies, and they're just holding that thing, swinging it around. Man, that trophies is heavy. And so for me to be standing there and just holding it, I gotta sit it down. Like I would sit it down somewhere, whether it's on a table or on the piano, something, wherever's near me while I'm having these conversations. I just sit it down and I start talking and talking and talking. And then when I walk away, I forgot that I had it. And then I get back to them wherever they are. And I don't. And then they ask me where it's at, and I don't know where I put it. And then I have to go back and look for it. But I always find it. And I always bring it back to them and end up with it at the end of the night. I did not lose it. All right, I did not lose it. I did a good job babysitting. All right, I babysitted the Emmy. And it did not get lost. As you see, it's sitting right there on this couch. All right? Now, I'm not going to lie. Some people, there was someone praying on the Emmy. She was trying to run off with it a few times, but I kept on making sure I got it back before he knew that happened a few times. So that happened. That's enough of this. Wait, is there more? Hold on.
You know what I mean? At one point, I think it was in the bathroom, and I was like, all right, that's enough. That's enough.
You've been relieved of your duties.
I'm taking my woman and we going home.
He knew it was in the bathroom. No, I didn't know he knew that I put it in there. Yeah, I went to go use the bathroom, sat it on the sink. I didn't know he knew that I did that because I really did not want him to know that. And for him to say that, I don't even know if he actually knew that it was in the bathroom or if he's just making that up, just assuming that. But yeah, I brought it to the bathroom. I said, "Oh, the sink, I had to pee." You know what I mean? Hey, I didn't want to go back and bring it to him, then go use the bathroom, then go back and get the Emmy. I didn't want to do that. That's too many trips. Me saying that exhausted me. So I'm thinking, use the bathroom, wash my hands, come back out with it, baby. We gonna keep this thing going, all right? Yeah. So Emmy night was a fun night. It was a very fun night. Congrats to Lamar on the win, and yeah, that was just it was a long celebration, but it was a great one, a great time. That whole weekend was great, and so that was nice. All right, so next. Attention, all Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, cab drivers, and chauffeurs, or any other type of drivers. When your passenger gets into your car with their headphones on, shut up. Just shut up. They don't want to hear you. We don't want to hear you speak. We don't want to conversate. We just want to listen to our music, our podcast, whatever they want to listen to. YouTube videos, who knows? We just want to do that. Not conversate with you. Okay? Get that. Like when I come off work, when I get off work, and I get into your car, I've done dealt with people all day, customers and coworkers. And the last thing I want to do is have another interaction with someone that I don't want to have an interaction with, and I'm not being paid to do it. Like, I'm off the clock, buddy. My social battery has run out. I just want to relax, de-stress, go home. That's it. That's it. Leave us alone. That's all I ask. I mean, man, imagine yourself getting off work, right? Especially if you had a bad day at work. You had your coworkers upset at you, or if you're in customer service, the customers were rude, your manager's terrible, whatever. You just had a bad day at work, or even if you're not at work, let's just say you had a bad day, period. All right, and you get in the car, you having a bad day, you call your Uber or your Lyft or whatever, and this happens. So did you have a nice day?
Huh?
I said, did you have a nice day?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it was all right.
Okay. So do you live out here?
What?
I said, do you live out here?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been out here for about maybe a few years now. Yeah.
I love it out here. Do you?
Yes. Yeah, I love it here too.
I think it's a great place.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I love the buildings. I love the lakes. I love it, everything.
Cool. Great.
Yes. Yes, it is great. Very great. Do you like the snow? I like the snow. My kids like to build.
Hey, you know what? Just let me out right here.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, this is good.
No, we got like 2 more miles.
It's okay. This is good. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Have a nice day. Did you get as annoyed as I was when I saw that? Did you get as annoyed as I get when that happens to me? Because that happens to me a lot. I don't know about you guys, but it happens to me a lot. I don't know what it is about me. I don't know if it's how I look, or I don't know if it's how I look or my aura or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but people just feel comfortable talking to me for some reason, and I don't understand. Like, an old friend of mine, we will just be just anywhere, wherever we at. It don't matter. We can be in the store buying something together, or we can be out at a bar or a restaurant together, and then people would just walk up to me and start conversating with me, and I don't understand. Like, they'll just start telling me about their day or what happened to them or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't understand why people feel comfortable doing that with me. I'm just very approachable, and it's weird to me because I wasn't always like that. Like, in my 20s on back, I was not approachable like that. You know, I always, like, man, I remember I was in college and my communications teacher called me out in front of everybody, the whole class, because and he was like, if I didn't know no better, I would think you was a killer. That's what he thought. He's like, you come in here, you got your skull cap on, you got your scully on, you got your hoodie on, you're always wearing dark colors, and you sit all the way in the back, and you got this mean mug on your face the whole time in class, and you don't participate in nothing, you don't talk to nobody or nothing. You come in late, you leave early. I don't know what you got going on, but then you got good grades. So I don't understand. I don't know. Like, the work. So it's like, just change the way you are, like loosen up or whatever. Like I don't know what's going on in your personal life. I don't know. He gave me this whole speech. I don't remember if that's all what he said, but I got the gist of it because this was so long ago, man. I was probably like, I don't know, 23, 22. But he gave me this whole spill, and I was just like, he just outed me in front of everybody and gave me this lecture in front of the whole class, and I didn't like it, but by the end of the class, you know what this guy made me do? You know what my communications teacher made me do? And I did it because I believed in what I wanted to believe in what he was telling me. He was trying to get me to break out of this whatever I was this mental space that I was in. He made me wear dress clothes on the last day of school, of class. Not the last day. It was close to the last day, but we had to give a speech in front of the whole class, and he made me wear dress clothes. He said, no Timbs, no sneakers, just wear dress shoes, dress pants, and a dress shirt. He said, it's up to you if you want to wear a tie or a suit or whatever, but definitely you got to wear a dress shirt, dress pants, and dress shoes. That's what he said. And I had to give a speech in front of the whole class like that. And I did it. And I got a good grade on it. And guess what? I ain't even say what I wrote. Because you're supposed to do an outline of your speech. I ain't even follow the outline. I went up there, I winged it. My outline was completely different from what I was talking about. I mean, it had the same subject, but I ain't even say nothing that was on the outline, and I just winged it because I'm good at speaking. Like, bro, you get me started, I'll get to talking, baby. And so by the end of the class, he was just like, I remember at the end of that speech, not at the end of the class, but at the end of that speech, I sat down. He came over to me, and he was like, "That's the real you. This other guy, this other person, that's not you. This is you. Drop out of that. I don't know if you got to change what kind of friends you're hanging around or change whatever environment you're in, but whatever it is, change it. And this is the real you. And you need to do what you got to do to bring this person out to the forefront." And I was like, and then doors will open for you and things like that. And I said, bet. I said, say less, sir. Say less. So, yeah, so I became that person, which is, I guess, the real me. And I guess that person is approachable. And that's the person that people see more often. And it just sucks that, I guess, it sucks for some people in my past that remembers that other me that that still has some ill will against me for that because of things I might have said or done in the past, either to them or to other people, and that they wasn't proud of seeing me do. But everybody changes. It's growth. You change your circles, you change where you live, all that. It's good to change. You got some people that will say things to me like, I don't know, I guess I became lame or corny or became Hollywood. That's the one that I hear more often than any of the other ones. I'm Hollywood now, but it's okay. Or I'm white now or whatever. Like, I'm not black anymore. Like, hey, then what is this? I mean, I don't know what you want me to. I don't know. I'm darker than you, light-skinned man. But anyway, but what it is growth. It's like, no, I'm growing up. I'm progressing. It's okay to do that. It's okay. The lane that I'm in and the path that I'm on requires me to be a certain way. And I'm going to keep on changing until I become that way. If I'm not already that way, I'm going to keep on changing until I become the way I need to be in order to succeed and get ahead in the lane and on the path that I'm on. And I suggest everyone else do the same. Because if you continue to be the same way, you're going to end up being in the same place. And you don't want to do that, do you? If you do, then good for you. You know, but shit, not me. Not me. I'm looking ahead, baby. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to rise. You know, so that's what I'm on. And people who just the people who wanted to keep on pulling me back and wanted me to continue to be the old me, or the people that hate the old me and can't, and just not accepting this new me, or the new me that's been around for a while now, but just can't get past or get over the old me. I just take them and I go like this. You know, get out of here. Get out. Get away. Get away. I don't need that energy. You know, and I'm okay with that. Dude, I feel so much better now than I've ever felt. And I know I said this on one of the earlier episodes. I think episode 1, maybe episode 2. I don't know. But it's true. Like, people, you have to surround yourself with people that make you feel good. And also people who you don't make feel bad. That's healthy. That's healthy. The headspace I've been in since I've removed certain people and separated myself from certain circles, dude, it's been a great mood. It feels great, man. And if you haven't done that, if you got anybody around you that's toxic, or not even toxic, to just make you unhappy, or you have someone in your life that you make unhappy, either change the way you are towards that person, or just separate yourself from that person to not only help them, but also to help yourself feel better mentally. Because mental health is important. That's like a big thing. And people, I mean, they're trying to take it serious now, but they're not taking it as seriously as they should. I mean, like, let's take it way more serious. It's very important, man. So, you got people that are alcoholics. You got people that are drug addicts, people that are suicidal and things like that for a reason. You don't know what they're going through. So let's take it more serious, and then let's just do that. So that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I was a bit long-winded on Emmy night, but hey, it was a good moment. It was a happy moment, and I wanted to talk about it. So yeah. Episode 5 will be out soon. It's not gonna take me like 2.5 weeks to do that. I have set up a schedule for me to get that done and get it edited and post it. And so just be on the lookout for that very soon. All right. You guys all enjoy your day. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your life. Peace and love. Till next time. Keep keeping it real, baby. Because I know I am. I'll see ya.
You listening to a man trying to come up. Until you dumb, why even try to run up? Cause I'm just trying to stack my chips like playing poker till the sun up. I've been all in since the first time I picked my son up. I'm with whatever, and I'ma take this road as far as I can take it. So even if the wheels fall off, I walk to make it. See, you can slow